whole time.
Hey everybody, welcome to Performers on Performing. I'm Fred Scibelli. I am so excited to bring you probably one of the funniest comics I've ever met in my life tonight. We have an amazing guest. Please, everybody, give it up. Even though you're home alone, give it up anyway to the very funny, the hilarious Carolina Montesquieu.
Hello, Lawrence. Thank you for having me, Freddie.
Oh my gosh, Carolina. We've been trying to book you left and right for this show. We're getting in touch with your agent, your agent's agent. It's been crazy, but I'm glad the stars finally aligned. You made it. You're here. Tell me, how was your day today?
Honestly, very productive.
Yep.
I only work part-time. Comedy is like part of my income now, so I quit my full-time job, so I'm able to dedicate a lot of time to my fitness and my comedy. So I just came from a salsa class actually right now.
Salsa class. Okay,
Yeah.
There's something I want to know about salsa class.
Mm-hmm.
Once you're taking them and you're going, so what do you go, like once a week, couple times a
Yeah,
week?
once a week.
Once a week. So I know, and I heard a little bit this about you from before, but like, so you level up in salsa, and I didn't know this. I thought you just kind of went, you learn, you kind of progress with the class. Tell me how the levels work in salsa.
So there's the beginner level. You're learning the basics, and we ate that. I'm taking the class with my cousin. We took it twice.
Crushed,
So by the end
crushed it.
By the end of the second class, we were eating everybody up. So we're like, okay, we're ready to go to this next level that they mentioned. But the next level, it's like your parents taught you how to float on your back, and then the next day they're kicking you off a cliff, and they're like, figure it out.
Oh my gosh.
So it was insanely difficult. It was a really hard class.
Same instructor?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so this instructor just kind of baited you guys along thinking you're going to make it, and like he's whatever, or he or she, whatever, and then they just gyrated those hips, did what they had to do.
Oh, yeah, they shimmy a lot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, those devilish shimmies, they definitely fooled us.
Okay. Now, have you ever salsa'd on stage during a comedy act?
Salsa on stage? No.
Okay.
No
but it's
dancing.
coming. Once that level up is ready, we're going to see Carolina slinging jokes, doing some dance moves. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Carolina, I feel like I'm seeing you everywhere. Like I on, different shows around New England. You mentioned like you level up salsa, you're leveling up your comedy just the same. Like you're dedicating that time to it.
Yeah.
And I would say like, I'm still relatively new. I'm an open micer. I get shows here and there. But when I see you on stage, and I see you a lot at open mic here on Mondays, like your comedy, you're like one of the most honest like your comedy is like very like, it's hilarious. And it's like, I feel like you're an open book up there on stage. And it's inspiring as a comic watching you do that. Like, where does that come from? Like, do you feel like that was sort of like always part of your game plan? Is that something you like leveled up as well, or?
Well, the way I'm on stage, it's the way I am in real life. So I recognize that in myself. And I also embellish a little bit in real life. I'm a little liar.
Of course.
But in being a liar, I'm also like very honest at the same time. I'm able to be self-aware and see things about myself. So I just took that and I was like, all right, I can make money doing this, because I'm always like the entertaining person, the funny person in the room. I got to start charging people.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah. And just having existential crises every day makes you realize that nothing really matters. So I don't care about judgment being passed on me.
Yeah.
And when you're more honest, it's more relatable. People are more relate to more stuff than you think. So you just like let go, and people are vibing with it.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. Yeah. And that's good advice to anyone watching that's an up and coming comic.
Nothing matters.
Yep. We're all gonna die. No.
We are all gonna die.
Yeah. Die
so
happy, right?
You could die any day.
Yep.
Anytime.
Carolina, how I'm gonna segue to the Kellan, so how long have you been in the stand-up game?
So I performed stand-up for the first time 6.5 years ago.
Amazing. Where was that at?
That was at the Burn.
The Burn.
In
Okay.
Somerville.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just like Googled like open mics in Boston, and I sent this guy my information. He's like, all right, you're on. And I didn't realize it was a showcase.
Yeah.
He didn't ask too many questions. So I got up there. It's a packed room.
Yeah.
Bright lights. You know.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, I didn't bomb. I'm a star. And I don't really get shakes or faint or anything like this. But when I got off that stage, I was literally like shaking like
first
this,
time.
like crazy.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah, it was nuts.
How long did you work on your material before you went up that first time?
Like a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, I got to do it. Like I've been saying I'm gonna do it for 4 years. I wanted to do it when I was 21. That's when I like knew like 2021 that I wanted to, but I just didn't.
Yeah.
So then I was like, all right, the time has come. So I sat down, wrote it, looked it up, and I made the move, and I went to Boston.
Oh, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Now, when you are, I'm always curious, and I like to ask other comedians about this. When you're getting ready for either a big show or just like, you know, sometimes you're just ready for some new material and you're like, all right, you know, I've worked on something enough where I feel like that's pretty good. I'm still going to practice it, but I need to start coming up with new stuff. What's your process for, you know, honing in on a joke, or even like whether you know, not everyone writes their stuff down. Some people like to just like go up on stage and work it out. Talk to us a little bit about your process and how you get there.
Well, how I identify a joke is like if something small is happening, like I said, the smallest things is what resonate with people, like the little details of life. Like once you get that, comedy becomes so much easier. So if I make myself laugh with a thought, or if I'm having conversation with someone, or if something annoys me, if I make someone laugh in a conversation, I write it down. Yeah. You know, if something makes me laugh, if I'm having an annoyed thought, I write it down. And then second step, I write it in my notes in my iPhone. Second step is I write it out on paper and I add some more thoughts to it. Third step, I come here to One Broadway Collaborative Monday nights at 9:00 and I try it for the first time here. This is like my homestead mic, I would say, and it's a feedback mic. So you've helped me punch up jokes, like critiques, seeing how other comics react to it and hearing the feedback is really helpful. Next step, I try it at another open mic. Yeah. And then if it works again, then I will try it at a show. Mm-hmm.
In a conversation outside of comedy, who do you like to make laugh the most?
Who do I like to make laugh?
who's your like, I'm gonna go and like just make this person
fire
laugh.
them up. My best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's a travel nurse. She's actually coming up next week. She's going to be staying with me. She's on a contract here at Lawrence Gen.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, I'm excited.
That's cool.
It's going to be lots of laughs for a long time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know, I love that open mic on Monday nights. I get so much out of it. Same thing. Like, you've helped me come up with jokes and like rework stuff, and just other comedians. Like, it's funny, even like, I mean, not that I've been in the game for that long. I just had my second year anniversary like a month or so ago. But like, even like people that are trying it out for like the first, second time, or sometimes even just audience members that are sitting there, like they're there to enjoy the show. So their feedback sometimes is like really important, and it does help me a lot shape my material. This place specifically, because you know,
it's cool. There's no other mic like it.
Yeah. Absolutely. In 7 minutes too, which is really cool.
And it's 7 minutes from my house. Don't have to go all the way to Boston.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I took my one wheel here. I'm like 4 minutes from here, just like super quick too, which is awesome.
I love it.
I'm not saying I wouldn't come here if it wasn't close. I would come here if it was, I would walk 1,000 miles.
Well, actually, I kind of like that there's not a bunch of like Boston comics here. I know I'm one of them, but I'm from the Merrimack Valley. Yeah. You know, so it just feels a little cozier, like we're understand each other a little better.
They say this place is like an old shoe. You just fit right in, and it smells like shit.
Everyone knows your name. However the fucking melody, however the melody goes. But yeah, actually, I performed for the first time 6.5 years ago, but I didn't actually start being consistent until 14 months ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was okay? I want to look at this like kind of step by step for a second. So 6 years ago, you get on stage. and you obviously get the bug because
Yeah.
you're out here now, you're crushing it. That's where it started. That's your like origin, right? Year one, how often were you going up on
Quarterly.
stage? Quarterly?
Once every like 4 months. 3
Okay.
months. Yeah.
By year two, what did that look like?
Nothing.
Nothing? Okay. When did you, from the part of like doing nothing, like going up a little bit, nothing, when did you start to, not, you said 14 months, but
2019, I was like, this is my year. And
Yeah.
then I started being consistent. The Comedy Studio was still open in Somerville. It's shut down now. They're trying to reopen in Cambridge Square, Harvard Square. So I started going, I was like doing like 3 mics a week, doing like 5 mics a week. And that was for like a couple months until COVID happened.
Yeah.
So March 24, that was the last Tuesday mic in 2020 at the Comedy Studio. And then, yeah, everything just shut down. And I was like, all right, another obstacle.
Yeah. But if it wasn't for obstacles, you wouldn't have a good story to like overcome something, right?
Yeah.
So did you do any of the like online mics or Zoom mics or anything?
Yeah, I participated in the online community doing stand-up during COVID. Not a bunch because there was like, it was a little limited from what I could find. But I was active, yeah.
Yeah.
I even, I had to get an emergency surgery and I was doing an open mic from the hospital bed.
Oh, that's the
like,
perfect like spot to do it.
They're like, what happened? I was like, oh, I got shot. And they believed me.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's because I'm black.
Yeah.
Rude.
Yeah.
My gallbladder taken out.
Oh, shit. Oh.
Yeah, and there was this drunk Irish lady in the bed next to me. I was like,
Was it, how did you find out? Did it actually rupture?
Yeah, so I was on a weight loss journey.
Yeah.
During COVID, me and my best friend, we lost a bunch of weight. So I was eating so clean for so long.
Your body rejected it.
And then I was like, oh, I'm going to have wings. So I got Sparky's wings from Haverhill. And then that sent me to the hospital.
Yeah.
So then that was like a whole ordeal. And then I had to get the surgery.
I've never had Sparky's wings, but I think I need to try it out.
They're so good. I haven't had them since that day because of the trauma, but they are very tasty.
Okay. They're so good. They will put you in. Are they hot wings?
They were.
Oh, man.
I love spicy food.
Guys, if you like spicy food, go get Sparky's wings in Haverhill. So good, you will literally get yourself into the hospital. I don't know if I can say that, but that's all right. We'll believe it out. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So you did comedy while also getting gallbladder surgery.
Yeah.
And then you're mixing up some Zoom mics, trying to get that stuff in when you can. So once things started opening back up, how did that sort of like bring you to where you are now?
Gee, I'm not sure. Everything's kind of like a blur.
Yeah. Did you start like just hitting mics back up and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, like actually the first mic I started going to was 1B.
Okay.
Yeah, and then that's where I met Fredo and Praise, who has moved on to Santa Cruz. So I kind of like started up with them again, like when they started. So we're like on the same like.
Yeah. That's right. When I came, I was it wasn't my first mic, but I came to the first mic.
Yeah, you were there like the second time that I was there. Like I met you. That's when I started up too.
Yeah. I was in the old spot.
So maybe it's been like 2 years then.
Yeah.
Has it like I was gonna say. So it's been more than 14 months. So yeah.
Cool. Cool. That's awesome.
Has it? I don't know.
I'm not good with calendars and
I need to look at a calendar. Sorry.
Who brought this globe here? We wanted a calendar. I don't know why I'm just thinking of this question, but have you been to any other countries outside of the United States?
Mexico and Dominican Republic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anywhere in the globe. Anywhere. Where would you go?
The Dolomites in Italy.
Ooh.
Looks very beautiful.
I am Italian, so I should know more about that region, but
south of France.
Okay.
Just my dream vacation would be sailing the Mediterranean.
Okay.
On a super yacht.
Super yacht?
Yeah.
Sounds good. Good
yeah,
food.
right?
I would take it. All right. So you started back up. You're crushing it now. Tell me a little bit about how your process is now from compared to back in the day. Is it anything kind of changed?
Wait, I remembered the calendar now.
Yeah.
So I started up with you and the guys, and then I quit.
Oh, I did not.
I quit. Yes. And then last summer, Rebel Hen Comedy, I don't think they're producing shows anymore. They contacted me last June and they were like, hey, we're doing a benefit. That's when Roe v. Wade was being overturned. Like, for women's rights, we're just going to like do a fundraiser. We'd like you to be a part of it. I'm like, I can't even believe they remember me.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I'm going to give it one more go. Because I totally like moved on from like the comedy dream. I was dealing with a lot of mental health issues, so I was like defeated, you know. And then I wrote something up for the show. You helped me with my Floyd Mayweather joke.
Oh, that was that show?
Yeah,
Nice.
I workshopped it at 1B, and I murdered. And that just set me on fire. Yeah. So I have sent a couple of heartfelt thank yous and even a gift to Becca Walensky, who remembered me and kind of like sparked that in me again.
Brought you back from the depths of hell.
That show was July last summer.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
What kind? Rebel Hen, is that like a restaurant or is it like a spot?
No, Rebel Hen
that's
is
just
our
company?
production team. Yeah, female mainly, like comics.
Cool.
Yeah.
Was it an all-female show?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Sorry, and what was your question? I just like remembered, so I had to.
No, I don't even remember either. It doesn't matter. Cool. What you said was way cooler than my question.
I was super grateful that happened because I did really, really well, and then ever since then, like I have not stopped. Yeah,
I didn't even like think about it a second time, right? No. You just like bang. What do you love most about it?
About comedy?
Yeah.
Just being that. Just knowing that I was able to like see that in myself and take action, and that I'm able to like shape my reality just like off of my ideas. Mm-hmm. That's what I love the most about it. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? It's like there's all these other things for me that I like. There's a lot of outside things that I like, you know, it's cool like hanging out with like other comics, and it's cool like going to shows and like just like being in that vibe, but for me, it's the same thing. It's like I am up there. It's my story. Even if I like it doesn't work out for me that night, maybe it's like a tough night at the office, but you know, it's still me up there. It's nobody else, and nobody's going to tell me like anything different other than that.
There's a lot of freedom in it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's, I would say for me, outside of just like it so far being a great experience, it has helped me with like other things outside of comedy life. Just feeling more confident. I signed up for like social media, which I didn't have. I just like, so that probably sucks. But other than that, like it's been great.
Yeah, and then I see you're really dedicated to Dropout Comedy Games.
Oh, Dropout? Yeah, that's a great old time. You're a many-time guest on Dropout.
Yes, I love Dropout.
Yeah.
But I love seeing your passion for it and seeing other people be passionate about it. Like it's a lot of light. Yeah. You know, and I had a lot of darkness in my life, so that's another part of it that I like.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell me a little bit too, because I mentioned social media, and you're very active on social media. You always have your stuff out there. Mm-hmm. People that see you at shows are always want to promote you because you're hilarious, and you know, I think people resonate with that, or resonate with you and your comedy when you're up there. You also started a vlog recently, right?
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little about that and what platforms it's on?
My vlog is on TikTok. So it's more of an accountability account because I am on another weight loss journey because I gained all the weight back after the surgery because I wasn't able to work out. So I started it on July 7th. Okay. Or no, today would be day 45. So whatever 45 days ago was. Yeah. I started my weight loss journey on July 7th. So since then I've lost 28 pounds.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm killing it. Yeah. So I'm documenting my weight loss journey and my comedy journey. Yeah. Yeah.
What's your favorite, aside from salsa, which is, you know, is a workout all on its own. I also think of that as like an activity. What's your favorite workout?
Laps.
Laps? Yeah. In the pool?
Yeah. I go to Cedardale. I'm like just plugging everybody. Yeah. Cedardale's
We're looking for sponsorships, or we're bleeping your name out.
Cedardale's a great club. They have tennis, pools, like weight room, track. They have everything you need. So I'll just like yesterday, Monday was leg day. So I did leg day, and then I did some laps, and then I hit the sauna. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's nice.
I have a membership at the Y in Andover, and I brought, my wife and I will bring my kid there every once in a while to use the pool, but I haven't taken advantage of any of the like workout stuff. I don't know why. I got to get back working out.
Yeah, the Y has a great gym.
Yeah. I like to run, so I'll go running outside. That's like where I like to do. I train, stuff like that. But there's something like good, like there's something different about like when you do leg day, because there's leg day and then there's after leg day, and like like you worked out because of after leg day, and then there's the after leg day, which also
today's
sucks.
after leg day.
No. God damn it.
Yeah, but I roll out. I take vitamins and massage.
Roll out.
Yeah, exactly.
Would you say you got a massage too?
No, I massage, like self-massage.
Oh.
Yeah.
I got one of those guns.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, that thing's great. I use that all the time, and I never have a reason to. My legs are never sore because I work them up, but I just
give it to me.
Yeah, I just. It was one of those. I think either drunk or high, and I was looking on Amazon. I was like, oh, I need this, and it just kind of use it every once in a while.
Well, we still have our youth, so we have to start taking care of ourselves while we can.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking if I want to keep doing comedy, obviously it's a very active lifestyle, and you can get caught up in unhealthy habits, like if you're on the road. Yeah. So I'm like, how much fatter can I get? I'm like, no, we need to start now. Yeah. before I take off. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, absolutely, which is coming. So yeah, and also I would like to be a more fashionable person. It's easier to dress when you have a better figure. Yeah, I need to take some of that advice, because I get going for a couple days and then I slide. But something like a vlog is a good way to keep you accountable. Yesterday I was like, I don't want to do anything today. But what am I gonna post on? What am I gonna put on there? So I went to the gym. I did core day. I did my cardio. I walked 3 miles. Hit the sauna. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Yep. And then I also have a meal prep plan that I order. Hard body meals in Haverhill. Yep. Hard bodies, baby. Hard body meals. So it makes it really easy to eat delicious and stay consistent. And it has all the macros and everything. So it's kind of mindless. I just track the calories in my Fitness Pal. And I'm in a calorie deficit and I'm exercising. So I'm averaging 2.3 pounds a week. Oh, I got to look into that. That sounds amazing. Yeah, I'm crushing it. Yeah. You should. Check out my blog. Yeah, I'm going to check out your vlog. I don't have TikTok, but I should do that too. Yeah. As far as your vlog going up on TikTok, how have you found the best way to get followers for it? I'm not sure. I don't know much about it. Does it do a lot of promotion or? No, it doesn't. They're just coming in little by little, you know, and I'm figuring out different ways to improve it, and just change minor things to make people watch the whole video. Yeah. So, and then how long is an episode? The video it could be 45 seconds to a minute and a half. Okay. Mm-hmm. Try to make it as short as possible. People have short attention spans. Yeah. Oh, I do the same thing. I'm it's short, and then I speed things up, and then make it and little flashes, stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. We're basically telling you guys you're little ferrets, basically, when you're on your phone. So we need to keep your attention. Well, I'm the same way too. So I'm what would I want to see? What would catch my attention? You know? Yep. So absolutely. I just do a voiceover and I narrate the day and make little jokes awesome. And whatever. So at the end of the vlog, I'll put my stats. Calories consumed, time I worked out, new jokes, stage time. Do you use the same template for almost? Yeah. 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 I find that kind of stuff helpful. Or because I always look at, when I post usually on Instagram, I just sign up for Facebook, so I've been putting stuff on that too. But it did you just say you just signed up for Facebook, bro? Yeah. Freddie. I know. Well, not just July. I signed up in 2007. I had one. Okay, I had an account. That's crazy. I graduated from college in 2006. Okay. And my senior year was the year Facebook came out. And let me give you a history lesson on Facebook. I know about Facebook. Okay. So Mark Zuckerberg, no. But I went to Merrimack College, and we were in that group of the first 100 or so colleges that got Facebook. So I had it then. And then I don't know what happened. I had an OG Facebook, and then I got rid of it at some point, and then so I signed back up. But I like on Instagram how you can see you see who looked at your videos and stuff like that, but it'll give you stats on who. Oh yeah, the insights. Yeah, so I use that a lot, and I how you can go back. Is your Instagram a creator account? Yeah, it's a business account. Okay, I don't know if that's the same as creator. Yeah. So I don't know. Is it only those accounts where you can get the insights? Yeah.
I like them because I can look back at all my videos and then I see like how many, not just how many people viewed it, because I feel like that could be subjective.
The
like maybe,
likes, and it shows you how much interaction your page got, like if they
Yes.
went and visited it too.
or like who just skipped past it, or like who watched part of it and skipped it. So
if they like watched the story and then they went into your profile, it tells you that.
oh, I didn't know it did
Mhm.
that. I'm gonna have to start looking at those too.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and then for the shows that I have, I put a link tree in my bio.
Yeah.
So that's another app, and then you can just post all your links in there. People can click and go and find tickets to your show.
Yep. Yeah, I post I don't know if I've used Linktree. I usually just change for each show. I'll change the URL for the most upcoming show.
Oh no, I just have them all. I have my TikTok, my Instagram, the parody video that I made. The link goes right to the YouTube page, and then every single show that I have coming up, I have it on there. So it's easy
great.
for people to find me or find more content, you know?
Yep.
Mhm.
I'm glad you mentioned that because Carolina, you're also a music star. Aside from being a comedian, I want to know a little bit more about your parody video and what inspired that.
I've always just been a fan of writing little parodies.
Yep.
And honestly, I was watching the video the other day and I was like,
That's awesome.
What was I doing?
Oh, I love it.
What possessed me to make that? I'm like, it's so like out there, and it was really well made.
Yeah.
I did an amazing job, but
Yeah.
like it's just like seems really crazy to me that I did it. It's almost like surreal. It feels like.
Did you direct it also?
Yeah, I wrote, directed, produced.
Yeah. Everything.
Everything.
You did it all.
I
What can't
made the
you
food.
do?
Yeah. Seriously.
Dame, que yo tengo hambre. Ticocha, bicocho en mi boca. Me dicen gordita, freca y loca. Flan, pudín de pan. Ticocha, bicocho en mi boca. Me dicen gordita, freca y loca. Carne frita, pica pollo. Bicocho en mi boca. Dale otra copa. Dice mami que tú quieres. Yo te lo apunto ahora. Quiero ese pollo, totones y con. Y un helado bon.
Now that got a lot of attention too. That was popping. That was
Yeah.
I'm sure it still is getting
It
a lot
is.
of
It is still
hits.
getting reposted. Yeah.
Did that what did that do for your comedy career? Did that help get you shows at all? Or did it help pop things off?
It helped people like recognize that I'm talented.
Yeah.
That's what it did. People are still bringing it up to me like today.
Yeah.
So it just shows that I'm multifaceted, I guess.
Yeah.
And yeah, that I can produce.
Yeah.
I make it happen, you know?
That's what it's all
I
about.
make stuff happen.
Yeah, you're not just one trick pony. You kind of like you're able to get your hands dirty and do everything.
It well.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can't half-ass it, right? You gotta, if you're gonna do it right, or just don't do it.
Yeah, I went full out. That video shocks me.
Yeah. Oh, the video is awesome. I love Fredo's in the mask.
Yeah.
I don't want to like no spoilers. Fredo's really funny. in
Fredo
that, too.
Cruz, the pig man.
The pig man, yeah, eating like a bologna sandwich or something
Yeah,
like that.
I made the sandwich, bro.
Oh,
I
my
do
gosh.
it all.
Oh my
Wardrobe,
goodness.
sandwiches.
Amazing. Do you have any more parody videos in your future?
I was actually thinking about making another one before I lose this weight.
Yeah.
Make it like fat related. It would be funny, like a Bad Bunny one. I was thinking about it. Yeah, I have the background music already made, like the remix that I wanted.
Yep.
So I just gotta write it and
Got to write it out
Yeah.
and get her done.
hmm
Oh my gosh, this is so funny. I'm like, I'm now I can picture like the video in my head. Go check out the video. Could you maybe tell us some places where we can link into it?
Yeah, you can go on my Instagram at Carolina Montesquieu and click my link tree, and then you're gonna see Bizcocha in 4K, and it's on YouTube. You type in Carolina Montesquieu. Some videos are gonna pop up of my stand-up, but you'll also see Bizcocha.
Okay, great. And I think we can also put those links in the YouTube video as well. So
Yeah, it's a
anybody can find it.
Toquisha parody.
Tokisha. I don't know what that means, but I like saying it. Tokisha.
She's a really controversial dembo artist, up and coming.
What kind of artist?
Dembo. It's like
Dembo?
a genre of like reggaeton almost,
Oh, okay.
but with like trap mixed in. Dominican.
I know one like reggaeton beat. For some reason, I went through this weird phase where I was like teaching myself how to play the buckets, and like the one like easy like thing everybody learns first is like a reggaeton beat. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know why I'm trying to teach myself how to play the buckets, and then I just lost the bucket.
You would play the buckets. You look like a bucket.
I can be a good bucket guy. If this comedy thing doesn't work out, look for me in the corner of a gutter somewhere playing a bucket.
I don't know what I would do if I wasn't doing comedy.
Well, you know, you're built for it. Like it's so clear to anybody that sees you do it that it's you. Like it's a perfect mix because you're hilarious. And
I agree.
I bet you do. Also, very confident about your comedy.
You gotta have it.
You have to have it.
If you don't believe in yourself, how you expect other people to believe in you and buy into you?
That's right. What's your dream tour look like?
My dream tour? I hadn't thought about that. I have little...
Where are you going?
I have random ideas that I've written down. Like I have a merch idea. Yeah. And if I ever write a memoir, I know what I'm going to call it. I thought of that today. It would be malcriada, which is a Spanish word. It just means like poorly raised or like bad kid.
Okay.
Something like that. Tour. Just all over the U.S. Yeah.
I like it. I find myself thinking about that a lot lately. Is like, I mean, like what would, because everybody's like tour, like, you know, not just like like it's not just like going place to place, but there's like a vibe around it.
Yeah,
you know, it's like you can't just like expect to like show up somewhere and then people are gonna come see you. It's like, how do you not only like promote a tour, but like how do you get it so people just know they're gonna have a good time? You know, like stuff happen. Like sometimes
the marketing and the social media would be a huge part of that. I'm not there yet. I feel like I've leveled up.
Yeah.
From just doing like obviously open mics. I'm booked on a lot of shows. Like for example, I put out my list this month, which I make like a monthly announcement for all the shows I'm going to be on, and I posted 15 shows, and now I'm up to 23 shows.
Oh,
just in the past 3 days, I got more shows.
Yep. And I'm sure a lot of people or a lot of bookers or people that have shows are gonna see the list and see like, oh, that date's free, so that's like really smart and like try to like snag you.
Yeah, no, you would think they would do that. No.
Oh, no?
No, they just keep messaging me, so I have to turn down a couple of people.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just what it is right now. I'm just trying to grind and get stage time because there's obviously room for improvement. I'm not at the best I could be.
Yeah.
To start thinking about a tour. I want to grow too big for Boston.
Yeah.
And then step out.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. That's great.
Yeah.
And, you know, aside from like obviously like touring and stuff like that, like do you have a dream sort of like spot, whether it's like a city or like a specific club that you're
Carnegie Hall.
Carnegie Hall. Excellent. What about Carnegie Hall? Have you seen like the Rockettes there or something?
No.
Oh no, wait, that's not where the Rockettes play.
I listened to Lenny Bruce's record, and just a lot of legends have performed there, and it's just an iconic venue.
Yeah.
And New York, every time I go, it's a magical experience.
Love New York.
It always inspires me. It puts a fire under my ass. Eventually, I would like to move there, but I don't want to move there too soon.
Yeah.
I see a lot of comics go out there
Swallowed
too
up.
soon, and then they get swallowed up. So I want to make a name for myself and be like that girl from Boston and just like start doing shows, steady work, you know?
Have you done any like open mics or shows in New York?
I did my first comedy weekend over there this past July. I had a show at Comedy in Harlem,
Okay.
which is an established venue. It's kind of like an urban and Spanish room. It was really good. I did a guest spot. I did 7 minutes. Murdered.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you. And then I did...
No better feeling. New spot. Killing it.
Killed it.
Yeah.
And then I did another show in Dykeman, which is like a Dominican community in the Bronx, with this group called One Night Stand. So they have shows all over Bronx and Manhattan. And that was at it was more a casual show. It was like at a hookah lounge. I really had to fight for it, and I went bullet. But I think I did well despite all the stuff that was going on.
Well, like a hookah lounge, do the waitresses? I've never actually been to one, but I've seen like, you know, on like whatever, like people in them, like, Are there waitresses at this specific one, like going around, like lighting the hookahs and stuff?
No, they do that in the back and they bring it up.
I was gonna say,
to
would
you.
it be? I didn't know how
No,
interfering
yeah,
it would be with the
they
show.
do that in the back. And then I also did an open mic at Stand Up New York, which was almost kind of like a little audition because those girls run shows. The girls that run that open mic, it's unladylike comedy. Stand Up New York, Sundays at 5. Open mic. They run shows at Stand Up New York, and then they also have a show at New York Comedy Club.
Yeah.
So they had offered me one, but I was like, no, I have a show. Like I should have just went. So now I'm waiting to hear back from that, but I was offered a spot, but I'll have to check back in.
Yeah. Well, it happens, and it's also like if you had a show, like you're trying to be professional, right?
Also, yes, but if there's a bigger opportunity, I have to take it.
Yeah.
I can't
you don't want to get caught up in it.
Some shows have to be sacrificed to level up.
Yeah.
And hopefully bookers will understand that because they're in the same game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a good point. It's a selfish game, but if it's not played like that, you don't level up.
And I have had to do it. Like when I had a show and then someone offered me a spot at Nick's Comedy Stop. Oh yeah. So I had to turn it down. I had a show and then I got my first offer to do Don't Tell Comedy in Boston, which I was waiting for months. So I had to drop the other show. I'm very respectful about it. Yeah. But it's my life. Yeah. I can't worry about hurting people's feelings or if they're not gonna react the same way or if they're not gonna support me. Yeah.
Yeah, I think most people in the game kind of understand that. Like it sucks, but it's part of it. It's like you're not going to get to what you want to get to if you don't do stuff like that.
And this is what I want to do for real. Yeah. So.
Yeah. That's cool. Now, as far as like upcoming shows, what do you got coming down the pipe? What are some big shows you got coming up?
I would have to look at my phone. I have such a bad memory.
Yeah. Oh, that's all right. We can get to that.
Okay. Yeah, everyone's like, "Oh, what show are you on next?" I'm like,
You don't even know. That's how fly you are. You don't even know. You just got so many. You got some.
Yeah, coming. I just looked in the morning and I'm like, all right, this is what I'm doing today. So I do a lot of shows with Boston Comedy Club. Yeah. Which they are just like spreading like wildfire. They have so many different venues. Yeah. And I wanted to work with them so bad because I went to one of their shows and it was one of the best shows I've ever seen.
Oh, nice.
And I sent them my tape and they weren't booking me. Yeah. So I just kept going to the shows, showing face, saying hi, kept doing open mics, kept doing smaller shows until word started getting around. And now I have the pick. They send me a list and I pick what shows I want to do.
Oh, hell yeah.
So I go from wanting something so bad, you got to make it happen. You got to take the steps.
Can't sit back.
You got to make face. Making face is a huge part of it.
Yep.
Yeah. Like being there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Even just like, not even just doing a show, but just having your face there, saying hello to the comics, saying hello to the host, saying all that stuff matters for sure.
It's humbling, but.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to get humbled in this life.
Oh yeah. I've been humbled.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I welcome it.
Yeah. All your shows are big, and I know that's how you treat each show as a big show. Mm-hmm. On the day of a show, what is your sort of, from like the time you wake up till bang, you see your light, you're coming on, kind of walk me through your day a little bit.
Well, I'll definitely try to get that workout in.
Yeah.
Eat my meal prep, get whatever, because I do real estate as well, try to get whatever is done there so I'm not thinking about it while I'm at the show. Mm-hmm. And then I write a set list, whatever I'm in the mood for that day. I'll write down the organization of the set list, how I want it. And then I take it to the show. I always get little butterflies and I look at the list that I wrote and I'm like, how am I going to remember this order? Who am I? And then I always end up remembering it.
And it just happens, right?
I'm like, wow, I'm really good.
Oh. You've done them so many times. It's just like
every time. Even last night, I wrote out a new set list before I went on, and I was like, "How am I gonna remember this new order I just wrote?" And then you just do it.
How often do you change the
order? Quite often. Yeah. Yeah, and I'll
doing it a lot helps.
Yeah, and I'll pull different jokes. Definitely staying on when you're on a roll. And they'll be nice. I have 3 shows, right? By the 3rd show, I'm a monster. Yeah. I'm ad-libbing. I'm sticking to it. I'm not forgetting any jokes. you just got to keep doing it as often as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I feel like when I do a set and I've changed up the order a little bit, sometimes it like really helps me. I especially like coming here, like if I know I'm changing the order, I'll try it on Monday night here first.
Yeah.
And just like getting that practice of like doing the material, like I know the jokes, like it came from my head, like I know what it is, but like practicing it in a different order often really helps me like just be like so fluid with it, you know?
Yeah.
And what's the longest set that you've actually done?
27.
27?
27 minutes.
Nice.
So that was my first and only headlining show that I've done before. That's at Trident Booksellers on Newbury Street. They have a show once a month. Check them out on Instagram. It's hosted by Antonio Morales, who's like an alt comedian. He's really great to work with. He offered me the spot. And that was right before I did my New York weekend. So I was like riding high because I was like, I don't even think I'm going to be able to do 15. So I told the host that night to light me at 12. And she lit me. And then I just kept going and going. Yeah. And I watched that tape back like almost once a week because it was just so good. I was so proud of myself.
You're like floating, right? Like,
yeah,
like,
I couldn't believe that I went on so long.
Yeah.
You know? I was supposed to do a 30-minute set this Saturday at Carol Lee's Corner in Wareham. Will Noonan actually referred me for the show.
Oh, nice.
So he's really nice. But unfortunately, they had to cancel it. The host was having like some medical issues. Oh. So I am without a show this Saturday for the first time in a long time.
I don't know if this will air by then.
Air tonight? No.
Will was my instructor. I went to Laugh University in Boston. He was my instructor. He's the nicest guy. He's the man. I love Will.
Yeah, he's just a gem. I love him.
Yeah, great dude.
But yeah, so I'm free this Saturday night, so I think I'm just gonna go check out some shows.
Oh, that's awesome.
And take like the pressure off.
Take the pressure off.
Yeah, maybe have a little drink because I don't drink or anything like when I do shows.
Yeah. Sometimes that doesn't mix all that.
I used to, but it doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, I like to drink a non-alcoholic beer before I go. I don't know why. I like the feeling of it.
Effect.
Exactly. Like, every once in a while, I'll be like, I'm like, I'm not even like drunk. Why am I like acting like an idiot? But
actually, I did. So I went to a show to just check it out in Manchester. So I knew I wasn't gonna go on, but so I had marijuana's legal in Massachusetts. I smoked a little joint, and I don't really smoke like that. So I was like, under the influence. They're like, you want to do some time? I'm like, yeah. And I went up there and I had a blast and I killed it. It was really fun, but I don't want to get like used to that as well because also preparing to take it to the next level and to being on the road, you don't want to get like caught up in like using anything or like depending on alcohol, just having bad habits. I just want to be like the best version of myself. I want to travel. I want to do a tour. I want to act. I want to do commercials, everything. And I want to be healthy. I want to look good and I want to feel good and just accomplish and just all around well-rounded, having a good time.
Yeah.
You know,
the audience knows it too. Like nobody wants to see somebody like, because if you're not yourself, whether you're like a little drunk or a little high, like the audience usually like picks up on that you not being you, you know, especially if you're someone like you who's so, you know, like true to your, you know, I of course, we're comics, like we embellish stuff, like we lie here and there, but like your aura or your vibe is true. Like everybody that sees you knows that. Mm-hmm. So if you're like doing it all the time, it's, you know, people are going to pick up on that for sure.
Yeah, I don't want to get washed.
It's a tough trap. It is tough. You know, I'm definitely guilty of, you know, I don't really drink a lot, but like I'll definitely smoke before I go up on stage.
It works for some people. Yeah. But I just know I don't want to be in like I said, I was in a dark place for a long time. I'm just trying to be in the light, man. Yeah.
The light. Step into the light. I got a couple of like Halloween shows coming up, and I was like thinking about like random like jokes to make about just like horror movie or like Halloween movie references, and I was actually like just going through IMDb and YouTube and stuff, and that scene popped up on YouTube. I was like, Carol Ann, step into the light. And I was like, I'm just gonna say that. I don't know why.
Yeah, go for it. I can't wait for Halloween. I have a lot of fun Halloween shows coming up. and they're gonna do one at Bleacher Bar, the one in
nice.
Fenway. So, and then it's gonna be like a costume contest. So they just invited me last night. So
Yeah, I saw you were there last night, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to attend it because my salsa class was on Tuesday for a while.
Yeah.
So I was finally able to make the show. And how cool is it? Like you have Fenway Park
gotta be
right
the best.
behind you.
Yeah.
The audience was loving me. I closed it out. It was so much fun. But yeah, I'm gonna go, and they have another show on Halloween. I'm gonna dress as David Ortiz. So I'm so excited.
Oh
Big
my
Papi.
That is awesome.
That's my uncle.
You gotta.
I hope I win the contest. I think I will.
There
That's
is
like
not-
so fun.
There is not a chance in hell you're not gonna win the contest. You show up like Big
The
Papi.
gold chain, the beard, and the Red Sox.
You can pull off Manny probably too, but I feel like
Manny?
David Ortiz
No, I'm
is
gonna
like
do David Ortiz. Yeah.
yeah. Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. I gotta pick out my costume. I don't know what I'm gonna do for Halloween. I'm
doing Ted Lasso.
Okay.
I just loved it so much.
I've never
so
saw
bought
that. I
the
gotta
Ted
watch
Lasso.
that show. I've never seen it.
And then I got some like prosthetic devil horns that I'm just gonna wear with like regular clothes to like host like a bunch of other little shows.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I got a show this Friday. It's not that close to Halloween. It's in Salem, so like everybody's gonna be.
That should be dope.
Yeah, everybody's gonna
But
be.
you gotta
dressed
park
up.
in Billerica.
Yeah.
I mean, not Billerica. What's the town?
Marblehead? I don't know.
No. All right. I
Lynn?
forget.
I'm not parking.
No. It starts with a B. It's right next to it. It's literally you park there.
Next to Salem. B. I don't know. Middleton?
It's all right. It
I don't
doesn't
know.
matter.
I'm gonna park far away, and I've been working out, so I'm gonna just run as fast as I can to the show. It'll be good. But I gotta get a
You
costume.
smell like poop.
Yeah. Yeah, but this has been amazing. I had another great question for you. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it would have been great. So I want you to know that.
Sure.
But yeah, this is usually where I forget stuff. And I'm like, hey Max, what's up? Oh, by the way, I gotta explain to the audience.
You're doing great, Freddie.
This is my bad. Max always brings a little
gift?
like figurine, like a little gift that he puts up. And for like the last 3 minutes, like we talk about it, and then like the audience member like plays with it and touches it, and then they keep it. And I didn't do that, and I totally forgot.
Wow.
No, I don't have enough trinkets. I was gonna actually steal one of my kids' toys and just give it to you, but he would have probably been mad about it. But yeah, anyway, so yeah,
Any question?
yeah, any question? Josh told us to talk about recent comedy, and I want to know your take on this. Hot take from Carolina. How do you work, or how do you fit crowd work into your set? I know you said like when you're doing 3 sets a night, it's easier because you're banging them out. Like you know your jokes, you kind of know sort of what's worked for you. Because sometimes like even on a nightly basis, like things work for people, and then that didn't work the night before. How do you fit crowd work in?
So some of the crowd work is fit into my act. So I'll just ask them a question, get the response. Like I have a joke like, oh, my sister, her name is Bill Ricka,
Yeah.
So before I get to that, I'm like, what town do you think my sister's named after? And people will say Worcester, Lynn, Lawrence. I'm like, it's because I'm Dominican. So there'll be built-in responses. Like after a while, you start like having like the perfect response to like the setup.
Yep.
Other times I'm just picking on people. Like last night there was a heckler in the front at Bleacher Bar.
Bastard.
And she was being real rude the whole time, the whole show, to all the comics. So I went up there and I immediately like called her out, and I was standing behind her and I was looking at her phone. What she was looking at, she was looking at her like Facebook notifications on her email. Anyways, I get up there and I just blasted her. People loved it. Like if someone's being rude or like they like shout out at me,
Take
I'm
'em
just
out.
like, I'm just mean. And the people love it.
Yeah.
They like the audience loves to have an enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The meaner, the better.
Yeah.
Like,
You just let go, man.
Yeah.
And I try not to hold back because I've held back before. So now I'm just like, just let it go. Just let that thing.
And I feel like I see this a lot, or I've seen it a lot recently, like other comics like talking about it, that they think where there are more like crowd work specials out. There's a lot more crowd work videos on Instagram. Usually like if I have a good crowd work moment, I put it up because I don't want to burn material. But
yeah, of course. So like there's like Troy Bond and Matt Rife.
Yeah.
They're posting
Two
a lot
big
of
ones.
crowd work content. And I think that's smart because then you're not burning your material.
Yeah.
So that brings people in to the shows. They're selling
Yeah.
tickets. Like Matt Rife is doing crazy numbers.
Killing it.
Like insane. And he's just drawing people in. But, you know, people kind of expect more crowd work then. So you have to like rise to the occasion. So
Yeah.
if you're going to put that out there, you got to be ready to handle the crowd,
Yeah.
you know, but also have solid material.
Yeah. Do you feel like in the, you know, recent audiences that you've had that people are a little bit more comfortable like talking out, or not, you know, there's hecklers, but then there's people that like I think kind of lose their place of where they're at and they're like talking out more?
No, there'll just be like a few shows here and there, but Boston has a lot of good audiences and people are just like listening,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah, pretty respectful for the most part.
That's cool. One day when I get more of those Boston audiences, I'll be able to say the same thing.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think that Boston is just like the perfect place to start comedy. It has been amazing. Just there's so many spots now than probably like a lot of our predecessors had, that almost makes it like very comparable to some of the other like bigger cities with comedy scenes. But there's something about like an audience from Boston where
An audience full of meanies.
yeah, like you do have to work hard. Like you don't
Yeah.
have to always be
They'll
mean
be like,
to make
"Your
them
mother."
laugh. Yeah.
I'm like, oh
But
man.
you know, there's no flies on a Boston audience. Like you know what they're thinking.
Yeah, it definitely builds better comics. And it was really hard for me to like break through. But now that I'm there, like, I don't know, just get some respect.
Yeah. Ronnie Dangerfield, right? I get no
put some-
respect.
I never got my dinner. I'm starving, by the way.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you know, I think is Aaron even in there still? You're in there. Yeah, so guys, this has been amazing. Carolina needs to carb up, needs to get what was the name of that thing again?
Hard body meals.
Her hard body meals is waiting for her. I had such a great time. I'm so thrilled that Carolina came in and was a guest tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. And please check out Carolina on if you want to plug your social media accounts, actually.
Yeah, Instagram at Carolina Montesquieu, and you can find all things me there and more.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much. I'm Freddie Scibelli. You can also find me on Instagram if you want. And this has been Performers on Performing. Thank you so much. Have a great night.